So what happens then is that we audition at the Comedy Connection. We go to do it live. We've done it in a room, and they said, we want to see you live, and we bombed. It's just like a sucking silence.
Now, what do you think? So wait a minute. So the first time you ever did it
on Comedy Stage.
Now, I've always said the first time, if I bomb the first time, I don't know if I would ever have the courage to go back and do it again.
Well, that's the difference between people that are hooked on it and people who are born comics and people who are just dabbling. Is that like really, if you bombed, you would have done it again?
It would have taken me a minute. I would have had to been like just the sheer fucking embarrassment of
taking the hit.
Well, I mean, you can. There's a deal with stand up, is you can still eat it today. I'm 18 years in.
You can eat it.
Can bomb, but this is the thing. You have years of good shows to be like, well, I know I don't suck at this. I had a bad night, but right out of the gate.
Oh yeah, the bad night thing is hard to really get around your head because it still hurts me if I bomb. But when you're up there and this whole idea that it's never the audience is bullshit. I mean, sometimes it's the audience,
right? And
like you can tell, you've done your shit, and you can see where they're peaking laughter wise, and after a certain point that they're not going to go any further than that. So I'm just gonna have to realize this is the best I'm gonna do in this situation, and either eat it, take the hit, or make light of the fact.
Yeah, I've learned like there's nothing worse than being angry on stage. But I actually heard a funny story last night. I was doing a gig in this booker Jeff Wills from the Punchline. Yeah, he was telling a story he saw one night. Said Bill Hicks did an entire show with his back to the audience. There was like a bachelorette party. There was every fucking thing he did.
Yeah, those those bookers, they love to talk about those stories, But if anyone else did that now, they would never fucking work in that club again. All these guys pretend like, Bill Hicks was the guy. And he went on stage and angrily tanked in a brilliant, inspired way almost all the time. But if someone existed like that now, he wouldn't have a fucking shot.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Well, I bet he was still selling tickets at that point because you can't turn your back on a fucking crowd and ever think that you're going to work there.
I don't think
again.
that's true. I think that the reason he got booked in this country primarily was to make club owners feel like they were at least championing something terrific.
Really?
Like, I think they innately knew this guy was special. There was no one like him. And even the fact that he didn't sell tickets or alienated the audience every time, they were going to have him twice a year to keep their conscience straight.
Oh, so they could be dicks to everybody else, basically?
Well, kind of, but just to sort of like to at least support, at least they knew well enough that he was an inspired guy. But I've gotten angry on stage. I did it the other night, dude, and it would have been a long time because I used to snap all the time.
I was going to say, that's kind of an understatement coming from you.
Yeah, but
that's like me saying I've snapped.
No, but I'm pretty accessible now.
No, yeah, you're way.
But it happened at the store, dude. It happened at this.
How long ago?
2 nights ago, and I
He's doing this whole thing. Yeah, much better now. I snapped one time. What was it? About 48 hours ago.
I couldn't believe I did it.
I was such a different person.
But that place brings it out of you. Come on, the Comedy Store brings it out of you sometimes.
That's what I love it, though.
Me too.
It's so fucking evil.
When I'm on stage, it is evil.
It is. It's just painted
It feeds
black.
on hate. You feel the walls wanting you to lose it. It's just in the place. Yeah. So I'm on stage. There's like 40 people in the room, and like I'm already like just right when I get in there, some kid, that kid David Taylor, that kid. He's a tall guy. He used to do comedy. He's very cynical and negative, and I wasn't in the mood for it. I hadn't seen him in months. And, and I said hi to him, and he goes, "I'm staying around just to see you. You better be good." And so right away, I'm like, "I haven't seen you in a fucking long time. You have no right to fucking talk like that to me. Enough with the negative shit."
Yeah.
And I stormed off.
You're getting angry again here.
I'm already angry. And I walk back.
You're making me feel really good about myself, by the way, because usually I sound like the angry psycho. I can be like the happy person this week.
Take a break.
Yeah, there you go. Go ahead. You go.
All right, so I get on stage. Madrigal went on, who I think is just terrific. I love Al. I think he's fucking hilarious.
Totally original, too.
Unique stylist, real storyteller. He does good, and then he brings me up, and there, and I'm getting laughs. There's only like 30 or 40 people in the OR, and it's going fine. There's an old couple up front. Maybe in their mid-50s, early 60s, and someone talked to him, and they asked him about religion. I think Neil Brennan did. And they said they were Jews. I'm like, fine. So I'm doing my show, and they're not laughing at nothing. And I looked at them, and I said, "I'm sorry, am I too filthy? You want me to talk some political stuff? Is that what it is?" And then the old man looks at me and goes, "You're not funny."
Ugh.
And I just had this moment where I'm like, all right, dude, All right. And I said, you know what? I am funny. I know I'm funny. I'm doing well with the rest of the audience. All right. And I understand what you're saying. And then, like, for some reason, I just looked at him. I said, but the fact that that's what you had to pull out of your guts to say to me in this situation makes me fucking hate you. and then there's
no real punchline there, Mark. Right, so now you lose the rest of the crowd.
Well, that's right. There's this quiet in the room, and I'm like, what? Wait, that wasn't funny? What did I say? Did it not come out funny?
Now you turn on the rest of them. Okay.
Right. Then I turn on the rest of them. And then he goes, you asked. And I said, well, you could have qualified it. Like, how about you're not funny to me? All of a sudden, you're the god of this fucking room. You're the almighty. You're the one that has the last word. Fuck that. Right? So then, now,
were you in a bad mood before you got there? Because you really,
a little.
Because I got to say, the read of this guy saying you're not funny sounds to me like you said some shit that he didn't want to hear. It was more of a subject thing, not that you weren't funny.
It was a general thing. So then in the rest of the act, I'm doing my act and everyone's laughing. Every time everyone else laughed, I looked at him and I went, huh? And then, like, at the end of my set, I'm bringing up Brent Azizi, and he stands up with his wife, and they walk out. And while I'm still on stage, bringing up Steve, and I go, very powerful statement. Very powerful. I'll see you later, Dad.
Oh, Jesus, Mark.
Because that's what I said to him. I said, hey, it's like every fucking Jewish guy that has that kind of judgment that's your age is just some surrogate for my father. And I understand I'm transposing some contempt on you, but you could have fucking chose a different way.
All right.
Anyway, sorry.
Marc Maron here on the Monday Morning Podcast.
Well, that's not funny?
And,
all right, so anyways.
No. I'm just letting people know. I'm acting, you know what I just did there? I acted like this was a live show.
I like it. Like, you want to take some calls?
Yeah, like when we take some calls. We're actually doing this on Easter Sunday, and Mark asked me when I want to do it. And I said, we'll do it Sunday. And he goes,